So the first card is blessing. So you are going to be receiving some kind of blessing or some kind of inspiration coming in for you. It seems like the hand of God is touching you. So you can see they're touching the third eye over here in this card. And so some kind of divine message coming in for you. So something really wonderful coming in and, inspiring you to do something greater. And you've got the felines over here. You need to go by your intuition. You need to trust your intuition, especially with this divine messages coming in for you and these divine blessings coming in for you. And with the feline card is following your intuition. So you've been asking for something to come in and it looks like, you're being answered. You've got the marriage card over here. So, you maybe been asking for a marriage or some kind of commitment coming in for you. So some kind of commitment coming in, and it looks like it's, you can see this woman and this man together. So something coming in for you that looks like it's going to be divinely inspired or divinely guided for you. And it might be a marriage or some kind of contract that you're going to be signing or getting involved in. So in the past, you've got the fishing card over here. So that it looks like, you a lot of emotional abundance coming in. So a lot of happiness has been coming for you recently. You can see these fish jumping out of the water over here. And the fish generally signifies happiness and emotional fulfillment and blessings. And you can see there's lots of them. So it looks like maybe you've had a good friendship or something that has brought you a lot of happiness. You've got the sweets card over here as well. So whatever this emotional happiness was very, very, it brought you a lot of joy because this is the sweets. And, this is a lot of luck and a lot of happiness and, it made you feel really good. So something really good happening for you. And this might be a really good relationship that has come in for you that is going to now end up in something committed. So going into the future, you've got the garden over here. And this is, getting back to your roots, getting back to nature, having a lot of growth, a lot of abundance. And, maybe you feeling like after this relationship has come in, whatever dry spell your life went through is now starting to flourish and you're starting to grow from it. And, you've got the writing card over here. So maybe you're being inspired by whatever events you have to start maybe writing, or maybe, you want to publish something. And maybe that's all of this is bringing in that inspiration for you. You've gone through a lot of growth as well. It's also a card that is showing that you need to be very assertive in what you're doing. So you might be, and maybe document everything that you're doing as well. So maybe that's what you're trying to do. Maybe you're trying to publish something and it looks like everything is going to be, you've got all this inspiration coming and you're trying to put out this information to the world. So whatever it is that you're doing might be very creative and you now received that inspiration. And also, it could well be that because you've got this hand of God touching your forehead over here. So it might be something that's almost divine inspiration. You might be signing, a book contract over here with this marriage card. So, and you've got this writing card over here. So it might be something to do with publishing information or publishing something that you have written. And you've been very inspired to do that as well. So that could well be the case that is going on. Those are the energies for that week. So this is the Viking Tarot. Let's see what's going on there. So the main cause is that you've got the Five of Pentacles over here. So it looks like, you were in a very financially difficult situation and now you're moving away from it. And this is recovering from financial loss, really, and running away from it, really. Somebody's taken advantage of you and, you ended up having problems. You can see this man is running away. He's got his hand on his head. So he was quite anxious about the situation and it was a very difficult situation. But he's managing to free himself from it. So you are managing to come out of your financial difficulties and move away from it quite quickly. So coming out of those financial difficulties and that loss that you went through. And you can see that's happening over here with the Six of Swords. It's actually moving away from any kind of difficulties, any kind of problems that you've had. And you're starting off anew because these are young children. So you're starting off fresh. It seems like it was a very, very, whatever situation you went through was quite nasty. Because you've got the Five of Swords over here. And this is somebody taking advantage of you, somebody conquering you by, almost illegal nasty means. This is, a vindictive behavior. So you've got the Five of Swords, the Five of Coins, and you're moving away from that situation where somebody has taken advantage of you, because you've got new power in your hand. You see, you got that power that came back into your hands, and that has given you, the energy to move away from it. So whatever problems you were dealing with, which was quite nasty, you've got the Five of Coins over here, and you've got the Five of Swords, two really nasty cards in the deck. I really don't like those. And this is talking about people putting you down and treating you really, really badly, taking advantage of you, taking your things away from you, in causing a lot of loss. But with the Six of Swords, it's like, just leaving it behind and moving away from it, and having the help from somebody to take you out of that situation. So although this was a situation of real loss, and you might have lost everything, it looks like you are going to be recovering from it. You will move into a place of safety. So in the past, you've got the Queen of Swords over here. So you have been very determined in what you do. You are standing up for yourself, and you are not going to take any nonsense from anybody else. This is a card of a woman who's with great sadness, and she was a very lonely woman. This is the card of the divorced person or the single person that has had a lot of problems. Has had a difficult relationship, and that's what you've been going through in this last year. A lot of difficulties and a lot of problems. You've got the Hierophant over here, but you've learned a lot of lessons. You've had a lot of loss, but a lot of lessons have been learned. You might have been, with the Hierophant is, engaging with groups of people that are, have gone through the same kind of pain and suffering that you have gone. And, this is a card of having learned really difficult lessons and now being able to teach or being able to inspire other people. So you've been through the mill really, and you've learned a lot from it. And this is the thing that, as you communicate this with people, this is what inspires them. And this is how you can give guidance to people. So you might be in that kind of role where you're playing a mentor, or being supportive of other people because of the problems that you've been through. Now, you're still trying to get over whatever's happened to you, because you've got the Queen of Cups over here. And this is generally somebody who is really depressed or upset, trying to make plans for the future, trying to communicate their ideas to a lot of people as well, because you've got a lot of stars in the background over here, but spending a lot of time by themselves and feeling really unhappy about it. She's surrounded by ice, so you're trying to isolate yourself as well, but you're also very depressed about what happened. So this has been on your mind. You're trying to make plans and trying to get out of the situation. Now, going into the future, you've got the Knight of Wands over here, and this is your card. And this is talking about moving on. This is travel, this is moving on, or trying to find relocating to another place, maybe a warmer place, really, coming out of this feeling of being cold and miserable. The Knight of Wands, it's new inspiration, moving away, a new job in a different place, just relocating, traveling. So this could be what you are planning on doing, on traveling, or moving on, or moving to another country, maybe. And with this Six of Swords, this travel over water, and then you've got the Knight of Wands next to it. So this is that you might be traveling overseas, moving away from that situation, just completely getting out of it, relocating, and a different environment will bring in different opportunities for you. Now, you've got the Four of Wands over here. So this is finding stability, security, finding a new home. And this is what you are, your energies are geared towards. You're trying to find security. You might be buying a new home, or you might be moving to a new home and getting that stability back again with this Four of Wands. I mean, this is also a marriage card, but from all the previous cards that have fallen, this doesn't look like a marriage. It looks, this is like signing a contract with somebody, maybe moving in with somebody who's a good friend, or somebody that's very supportive with this Four of Wands. But nonetheless, this is a very stable card, and it's talking about the home and talking about finding a new home or moving to a new house. Now, you've got the Ten of Wands over here. So this is the end of a very burdensome situation that you've been through. And this has been, where somebody did you down, really, with this Ten of Wands. And you still, you're carrying all these burdens. You had all these responsibilities. You really can't see what's going to come for the future. You are still, your line of vision is still blocked. So you really can't see what's coming in for you. You're just putting one foot in front of the other. You're really tired. You're just taking it one day at a time, maybe one stage at a time, and trying to get through the situation. But it is now coming to an end because it is the 10 of Wands. So even though you don't notice it, all these burdens will fall away one by one, and you will be able to move forward. So maybe just, traveling or getting out of that situation will remove all these burdens and help you move into the future. So what you want is you want justice. So you want them to get what is coming to them. Whoever did what they did to you, especially with this 5 of Swords, you want them to get their divine justice. And that's what you're hoping for. That the universe intervenes and they get their karma, and things are restored back to balance again, because you are feeling as though, you've been let down, especially even with this card of here, somebody taking advantage of you, somebody, there was a lot of deceit as well in the situation. You got almost suckered into doing something that you didn't want to do. So you got sucked into doing things that you didn't want to do, or you were carrying responsibilities that you didn't want to. Everything was loaded on your shoulders. So, people deceived you there, and now you want them to get their justice. That's in your hopes and fears. So going to the future, you've got the World card, the 8 of Cups, and the 3 of Wands. So the World card is talking about the ending of that cycle, and this is a karmic ending as well. So whatever that situation is, it is finished and done with, and now you are ready to move on. It was a learning cycle, because the world is about Saturn. It's ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is a great teacher in the zodiac. So whatever you went through, you learned a lot of lessons from it, and now that cycle has come to an end, and now something new will begin for you, and you are walking away from that situation that is no longer serving you. There was a lot of blood, you can see, so it caused a lot of distress, a lot of trauma for you. It was not an easy situation to have gone through, by no means. But now you are walking off on your own path, and you're going to be happier for it. You've turned your back on these cups, so you're not even turning back and looking at that situation. So you are moving away. And even with this 3 of Wands, you are launching out into the future. You can see this man's back is turned as well. So whatever that situation was, you have turned your back on it. Maybe you've turned your back on 2 people that were giving you a lot of grief, and you've got this big horse over here. You're launching out into the world. So you might well be doing some traveling, and with this World card, it's also about travel. The 8 of Cups is also about traveling, and this 3 of Wands is also about traveling. So it looks like there's a lot of travel involved, or definitely a lot of movement involved. And it looks like that seems to be the theme of most of your cards. You've got the Knight of Wands is also about travel and moving away from a situation. And you've even got the 6 of Swords. So it looks like there might be, some overseas travel for you, and, going out into the world and getting out of the situation, moving away. There will be people that support you, but you are leaving things behind that are no longer serving you, and you're moving on into a better situation. You are letting go of, you're going to be letting go of all these burdens, because this is the 10, it's the end of that cycle. And, you're reaching a state of security. You're reaching, you're more stable within yourself. Maybe you have met somebody over here and they offer more security for you. But there's definitely a lot of travel, physical travel over here. Even this one is running away from difficulties. So you are moving away from that situation. It looks like you might be physically traveling or relocating, but really moving on. Walking away from difficult situations and starting something brand new. So this is the Animal Tarot. Let's see what they've got to say. And it says the 7 of Winter, which says, caution will help you avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources such as time and peace of mind. Be aware of the results of your actions, as well as what others might be doing behind your back. So just really watch your back over here. There could be some kind of theft or loss going on, or people are being, they're not being very open and very honest, a very dishonest situation. They're stealing things from you in the form of maybe information. They're stealing your time. You can see you carrying all these burdens, people stealing your time. So just watch yourself over there and cut out those people that are taking advantage of you. And you've got the 6 of Winter. This is another travel card over here. You can see traveling over water. So it looks like you are planning on traveling, or you're going to be doing a lot of traveling soon. The challenging times are coming to an end, and you may now breathe a sigh of relief. Let the past go and embrace happier times ahead. So it looks like, a new moon over here in this card. The cage door is open. You've left that difficult situation that held you bound, and you're traveling away from it. And like I said, this is over water, so this could well be that you are traveling overseas. And then you've got the Prince of Autumn over here, which says it is important to make a detailed plan before starting any new endeavor. Once you have that plan in place, then you can take immediate action and get much accomplished. So it looks like money will be coming in, but make sure that you have plans. So sit down and have a good think about what you're going to be doing and make some plans. It looks like there's a lot of travel in this read, where you're moving away from a difficult situation, but also physical travel. It looks like, things are going to be taking you, some scenario is going to be taking you around the world. So whatever you're doing, you might be thinking of actually going out there and doing something very different. And starting off a new project where you're working with different people, but also getting away from this difficult situation and getting away from your financial loss or any problems that you had financially. And, it's about time to drop all the burdens that you've been carrying as well. So I hope this reading has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Leave me some comments if it has. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.